Okay, fine. Okay, in the last class, I told you about microeconomics and macroeconomics.
Yes.
You know that there are two concepts which there are two types of economics. There is a normative science and what do you normative science?
And normative is based on your opinion. So it's what you feel is right.
Yes, it ought to be.
Yeah.
Whenever we talk about something that it ought to be there, that means it should happen. That is known as normative science. And what is other science that we talk about? Positive science. What about positive science?
Positive science is true. It's a fact. So,
In fact,
yeah.
suppose I say there is so much unemployment in our country.
Yeah.
It is a normative science or positive science?
Positive.
Government is not doing anything. Government should take steps to remove poverty. It is a
normative
science. Okay.
Yeah.
Then there is one more thing. There is a stock and flow concept.
Yes.
What do you mean the stock and flow concept?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
Stock and flow concept. One thing is stock.
Yeah.
Which is measured at a point of time.
Yes.
Which is measured at a point of time.
Yes.
And flow concept, which is measured over a period of time.
Yeah.
Which is measured over a point of time, and flow is a concept which is measured over a period of time.
Yes.
What is the measured period of time? Suppose there is a water tank in your house.
Mm-hmm.
Water tank in the house. Example के तौर पे बता. Water tank in your house. And the water is flowing into it. Suppose this is the water tank. And the water is flowing into it.
Yes.
When the water is, and you are trying to fill the water into it. If you're trying to fill water into it, when water is flowing,
okay,
it is a flow concept. At 12:30 before class, it has 2,000 liters of water.
Yes.
At 12:30, I'm measuring how much water is there.
Yeah.
That is a stock concept.
Okay.
Okay. Whenever we are talking about something at a point of time, that means at a particular moment, that is known as stock. And what is measured over a period of time, that is known as stock concept, right?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we have to see which concept it is. Because before teaching national income, we must know both of these concepts, normative science and positive science, and stock and flow concept. We also, it is known as stock variable and flow variable. stock and flow concept,
Okay. Uh-huh.
and also known as stock variable
Mhm. Yes.
and flow variable.
Okay.
Two concepts are there. So I'm giving you a few examples, and you have to tell me whether it is a stock concept or flow concept, right?
Okay. Yeah.
First, tell me amount of deposit in your bank account
Um.
on 31st 3 2022.
Stock.
Stock or flow? Stock. Profit. Only profit word is here.
Yeah.
What is it?
Food flow.
It is flow or concept. Stock.
It is a flow.
Flow. Why?
Is it because say you can still be in a flow of profit and it's positive or negative, you can still have money flowing in, and it isn't at a particular time. It's just in general.
Profit is always calculated over a period of time, like say 6 months or 1 year or 2 months, like that, right?
Yeah.
That is why it is known as stock or flow concept, right?
Yeah.
Then production. Production of cement in the year 2022.
Is that flow?
So losses. Losses is a stock or flow?
Losses will be flow.
Flow. Now tell me the main thing for which we are talking about, national income.
Mhm. Yeah.
National income is a stock or flow?
National income. Is it a stock?
Why stock? Whether you calculate the national income at a particular point of time or over a period of time.
It's at a particular national income. It's what everyone's income is at that moment you calculate it. So something is stock.
Arush, I want to know the national income of your country. So for what point of time I will calculate it? Every time it is changing?
Oh no, for a period in time. Yeah.
Like we will calculate it for the year 2022.
Yeah.
What was the national income of your country in the year 2022? For one particular year I am calculating?
Yes.
So it is a flow concept. Right? I'll calculate over a period of time,
slow.
not at a point of time. This is one missing
Yes.
concept. Tell me what about saving? And the other word is savings. What about saving?
Saving would be savings.
Savings and saving is a different word.
Yeah. I think saving would be flow and savings would be stock.
Saving will be flow.
Yeah.
And savings will be a stock. Why you are saying saving is a flow?
Because you can be constantly saving anything. Like how much you've saved over a period of time, you can save as much as you want. But the savings is what you have at that particular point in time.
Yes, I have a savings of rupees 2 lakh rupees or 2 crore rupees or 2 billion rupees. So that is a stock.
Yeah.
Correct. Right? This is a confusing concept, right?
Yeah.
In both the things, we student write the different answer. Right. What about your wealth?
Wealth. I think that's flow. Wait, no, actually.
How much wealth you have right now? or you have a wealth of over a period of time, what you will say? Your wealth is
Health
always
is
calculated
stock.
at wealth is calculated at a point of time.
Point of
How
time,
much
yes,
wealth
it's
you have.
stock.
It
Yeah,
is a stock
stock.
concept, right?
Yes.
Population,
Population will be stock.
stock. Gross domestic product of your country.
GDP would be flow.
Gross domestic product will be flow. Okay, is that clear to you?
Yes.
So these are the few things that we have to know. Now, is it clear to you up to this point?
Yes.
Okay. Now come to another thing. Suppose whatever we would talk about in the last class, there is a circular flow. Circular flow of income. So
Yes.
firstly, we shall be talking about in a small sense.
Mhm.
Then we shall take a broader case.
Okay.
For example, in the beginning, there is a household. This I have told you in the last year also.
Yeah.
Household and the firm. There are two sectors. Household sector and the firm sector.
Yeah.
Household sector gives few
Okay.
things to firm sector. What does it
Mhm.
give? Land,
Yes.
labor, capital, and entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Right?
Mhm.
And what the firm sector is giving in return? They will be providing them. They will be providing them
Yeah.
goods and services.
Yes.
Both of these things are. Suppose there is a barter system.
Yeah.
Suppose there is a barter system. That means they are providing all these things in the physical form.
Yes.
Is it possible or not?
Mm.
Yes, it is possible.
Yeah.
There may be some problems in giving the amount or right figure, but
Yeah.
it can be done.
Yeah.
Now, another thing is here. There is household sector and there is a firm sector. The firm sector will be giving them rent,
Yeah.
interest, profit,
Yeah.
and compensation of employees.
Okay. Mhm.
Right?
Yeah.
And then they will be having income,
Yes.
and then they will buy goods and services. They will pay for goods and services
Yeah.
purchased from firm sector.
Yeah.
Isn't it in a money form? It is in
Yes.
money form.
Yeah.
So we can say it is a nominal
Oh
form.
no.
We can say, right? And there is a physical
Yeah.
form, right?
Yes.
And the economy is going on like this in both the ways. But
Okay.
this is a two sector economy.
Yeah.
But the life doesn't go like this.
No.
I will make a combined account for both of these things.
Yeah.
There is a household sector and this is a firm sector. They will be providing them land, labor, capital,
Yeah.
and entrepreneur, right?
Yeah.
And they will be giving them rent, interest,
Yeah.
profit, and compensation of employees. That means they will be having income, money.
Mhm.
Now this sector will buy goods and services from them. They will pay for the goods and
Okay.
services.
Yeah.
They pay for
Yeah.
goods and services to them. And then they will be giving them in return goods and services
Yeah.
in physical form.
Yeah.
So this is a two sector economy which is working very well. But one more sector is there, that is the banking sector.
Okay.
Earlier, what the people were doing at the ancient times, whatever they save, whatever the money they will be having, they
Yeah.
just save it.
Okay.
And they save it in their house. There was no banking system was adopted.
Yeah.
This money goes out of the system,
Okay.
right? As I told you once, if you remember, I have given you an example. A person, this example is to be always kept in mind. This example we use so many places.
Yeah.
As I told you once, suppose you are living in a village
Yeah.
or a small town. You can say small town.
Yeah.
And I went there, and you have a small resort over there or a house over there,
Yeah.
paying guest. There is a large number of rooms are there. So many rooms are there.
Yeah.
I went there and I asked you to show me the room.
Yeah.
You said, give me rupees 1,000 or 500 pounds as
Yeah.
advance. I
Uh-huh.
said, okay. I said, okay. I given you 500 pounds
Yes.
and you asked a boy to show me the room.
Yes.
Suppose your name is Arush, that means A.
Yes.
You immediately rushed to one of your creditor whose name is B,
Yeah.
to whom you owe to whom you owe 500 pounds for purchasing the vegetables and etc.
Yeah.
Because you are so confident that I will take the room.
Yeah.
You given him 500 pounds. B was a person who owed to C rupees 500 or 500 pounds.
Yeah.
He immediately rushed to B C and is okay, take your money. I have got the money.
Yeah.
C immediately rushed to D, to whom he owed for vegetables or fish, etc. Whatever.
Yeah.
He given it to D. D rushed
Yes.
to E, E rushed to F, F rushed to G, and so on. And the last person Z or anyone else, maybe Y,
Yeah.
owed to me rupees 500.
Yeah.
He came back to me and given 500
Yeah.
pounds. And you have taken a full round of the, I have taken the full round of the lodge
Yeah.
or the resort. In the meantime, I came back and asked
Yeah.
you, no, I don't like your resort. Give me back my money. You given back my money to me,
Yeah.
500 pounds. No, it is dollar. Sorry. Pound will be like this. Okay, fine. You given me 500 pounds back. You know
Yeah.
what happened to the whole economy? The whole economy paid back their dues to everyone, and
Yeah.
there was no income at all.
Yeah.
At the end of the situation, now you don't owe to B,
No.
B doesn't owe to C, C doesn't owe to E. Everyone
No.
doesn't knows everyone to everyone. But
Yeah.
I got my money back, and the no goods and services are produced.
Yeah.
This is how the whole economy is running from. Now you understood what is happening.
Yes.
This example, always keep in mind that the whole economy is running for nothing.
Yeah.
Nobody owes to anybody, and everybody owes to everybody.
Hmm.
Suppose the government sees, like in the case of Corona,
Yeah.
that there are no goods and services being produced,
Yeah.
and the whole economy will go into a mess, a huge mess.
Yeah.
The whole economy will stop. What the government will do? Government will start giving the money to somebody,
Yeah.
but the government cannot give money for free.
No.
What the government start doing? Government starts constructing like bridges, roads, dams, public parks, hospital,
Yeah.
church, etc., etc.
Mm-hmm. And they
Got it?
increase tax.
And they will give money to them. This money will be just like giving the money to A.
Yeah.
This money will be just like giving the money to A.
Mm-hmm.
B will go to C, or A will go to B for buying the goods and services. B will go
Yeah.
to C for buying and services, goods and services,
Mm-hmm.
and the economy will start running.
Yeah.
And the circle goes on.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you have the money, then you start giving this money to somebody else. Somebody
Yeah.
else will give the money to somebody else, and this process will go on. That
Mm-hmm.
means that means income will be generated in the country,
Yes.
and also the employment will be generated in the whole country.
Okay.
Because earlier there was no working at all.
No. Yeah.
Government starts giving services, government start giving money to
Mm-hmm.
people by constructing roads and bridges and dams, etc.
Yes.
And those person will rush to buy goods and services,
Yeah.
and the firm sector will get money.
Mm-hmm.
And what they will do, they will start producing goods and services.
Yeah.
For producing goods and services, they will purchase factor input like land,
Yeah.
labor, capital, entrepreneur, and they will
Yeah.
start giving the money to them.
Mm-hmm.
And those people will get money
Yeah.
for land, labor, capital, and entrepreneur. And
Mm-hmm.
when they will get money, they will again buy goods and services from another firm. There are
Yeah.
so many firms, no?
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yes.
I need this pen, but you do not need this pen. You
Yeah.
need something else. You may need torch.
Yeah.
You may need a pencil. You may
Mm-hmm.
need a computer. Anything else. That means you will
Yes.
buying another things, and the another firms will start producing them,
Yeah.
and they will again buy goods and services from land labor, capital, entrepreneur,
Yeah.
and giving rent, interest, profit, and compensation of employees to them.
Mm-hmm.
And the
Yeah.
whole economy will come into a situation of circular flow.
Yeah. Circular.
And the flow is going on and going on and going. But there is a mess. There is a problem. There is a
Mm-hmm.
tragedy.
Yeah.
If the people who got the money in the beginning, they
Yeah.
start saving, they start saving.
Uh,
And if they start saving at their house
yeah.
and keeping money in their house, what will happen?
Mm-hmm.
The money will go
And
out of
income
the
flow. Yeah.
flow, and this circular flow will stop.
Yeah.
So is this the saving is good or bad?
It's a bad.
Bad thing.
Yeah.
But if you don't save,
Yeah.
if you don't save, what will happen? If you don't save for your future, for the old age, then in the
Yeah.
meantime, when will the old age will come, you have
You
nothing
and
in your
everything.
hand.
Mm.
You will be having nothing in your hand. That means it is a necessity.
That's why
So
people
this,
say invest instead of save.
that's what the people say. Now, now that means it is a good thing or a bad thing. Now think from another view.
Yeah.
It is a good thing or bad thing. It is a good thing
Good thing. Yeah. It's good.
for your future.
Yeah.
So it is known as paradox of thrift of saving. Paradox of saving thrift. It is a paradox. That is a
Mm.
problem. That
But
means you
then
may get
if
confused.
yeah,
You may get confused what to do and what not to do.
yeah,
If you save, it's good for your future. But you save, it's a
it's bad
bad
for the
for the whole
economy.
economy.
Yeah.
For the economy, both the things are necessary.
Mm.
But there's a another way to save.
Mm.
That is a banking sector. Banking sector.
Invest.
You save the money into banking sector,
Yeah.
and banking sector will be giving. You will be saving. Banking sector will be giving loans to firm
Yeah.
sector.
Mhm.
Firm sector will be paying it loan back as well as the interest income.
Oh, so okay. Yeah.
Bank will be giving them the interest
Hmm.
and back money again to them.
Yeah.
Both the things will be occurring over a period of
Mm.
time simultaneously.
Yeah. Mm.
And the money is again into circulation.
Mm.
That is why your country is a developed country
Mm.
and our country is a developing country.
European country. Mm.
Because in your country,
Mm.
everybody saves into bank.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to save the money into a household
Also,
in
yeah.
his wallet. In his wallet,
Mm.
he always wants to save money into a bank.
Yeah.
In our country, there's a major trouble in India. What kind
Yeah.
of problem is there in India? The people save in their house.
Mm.
They most of the time they make the payment in cash.
Cash. Yeah.
But in your country, you always get a salary and
Yeah.
the maximum amount in your bank account.
Yeah.
That is why it is known as a white money.
Yeah.
And we people don't pay taxes. We avoid
Yeah.
taxes
Right.
and we take money in the black money.
Mm.
And that black money I cannot show to the government.
No.
I always
Mm.
keep it in the safe in the house.
Mm. Yeah.
And that is a major trouble in India.
Mm. Yeah.
When the people will start
Mm.
paying taxes properly and the money will
Mm.
always be in the flow,
Yeah.
then it will be a good thing for the whole country.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that should happen. But the people are not doing this. And that is a major problem in the economy as a whole. Now, listen to these two words so that you may understand what is happening in the country. When
Yes.
the money goes out of the circulation, when the money goes out of the circulation,
Yeah.
it is known as leakages.
Okay. Mm.
Leakages. I write it again. In the right.
Yeah.
It is leakages. And when the money comes into the system
Mm.
or the whole economy, the money comes into the system or the whole
Yeah.
economy,
Yeah.
it is known as injections.
Okay.
Like you have a saved money in a
Yeah.
black money. Suppose the person
Mm.
is having a money in their house, but
Yes.
suddenly he needs some expenditure over a house. Maybe somebody
Mm-hmm.
is ill or somebody is whatever may be the reason. Then
Yeah.
he is taking out his saving and giving it to the market, giving it to
Okay.
some people. The money comes into circulation.
Yeah.
That will be known as injections. Right?
Injections. Yeah. Mm.
Similarly, this banking sector is a part of the firm and the household sector. And that is a good. And there is one
Yes.
more thing. There is one more thing. That
Mm-hmm.
is a government.
Okay.
As you said,
Mhm.
the government sector is also producing goods and services,
Yeah.
and they will be giving money to people.
Yes.
This money comes into existence into the people, and these people will start paying for goods and services to the firm.
Yeah.
And these firms and the household both
Mhm.
give taxes to the government.
Yeah.
Government will again get the money.
Yeah.
Government will again get the money.
Yeah.
Now the government will give again this to people. Like government may also give subsidies to the people.
Yes.
Pension,
Yeah.
the government
Subsidies
also
and
gives
pensions.
pension, subsidies and pensions. So we can say in the another term, if the government is just sucking the money from the system
Yeah.
by one way or the other,
Mhm.
that means it is a leakage.
Yes.
Government may not give it back to the people.
No.
But when the government is giving subsidy and pension to the people, it is again injection.
Yeah.
That means there is third sector, which
That's
is a
yeah.
government sector. Like, got it?
Okay.
Now there is
Yes.
one more sector over there. There is one more sector. Just wait, I'll make a gap over there. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to make another sector. That is a foreign sector
Okay.
or abroad. Like sector income
Mhm.
from abroad. From abroad, right? Household sector people not only providing the goods and service to the farm sector,
Yeah.
they will be providing goods and service to the other nations also. The people of your country may be going somewhere out
Yeah.
and working over there, and they may be getting some income. That means this
Yeah.
money will flow into the household sector. That means sector income is flowing
Yeah.
in. This money will be again coming into circulation like this.
Yes.
Okay, they will be buying goods and services from their nation.
Yeah.
But there is also one more thing.
Mhm.
We are not only providing factor, we are not getting only factor income. You are also sometimes paying factor income
How?
because you may be you are not only selling you are not only doing your services, you are also buying goods and services from the other nation.
Okay. Yeah. I understand.
Buying goods and services from the other nation also.
Yeah.
Like that, it is quite possible.
Yeah.
This is also quite possible.
Mhm.
Got it?
Yes.
Buying goods and services from others.
Yeah.
Similarly, the firms are also sometimes selling the goods and services to the other nations.
Yeah.
Like selling goods and services
Yeah. Mhm.
and purchasing goods and services.
Yeah.
If purchasing, giving money, both the things are there. That means they will be
Yeah.
paying and they will be getting the money. Again, the money is going out of the system and coming into the system.
Yes.
Sometime when the money is going out of the system, it is leakages.
Yeah.
Money goes out of the system. You are buying goods and services from the other nation.
Yeah.
That is, your money is going somewhere else,
Yeah.
but you are getting goods and services.
Yeah.
Goods or services are not going to include into the circulation again. Am I
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because money is gone out. What is coming into circulation? Money.
Money. Yeah.
That is a major problem. So whenever we buy goods and services from the other nation, it will be a
Yeah.
payments.
Yeah.
Just a second. That will be money going out of the system.
Yeah. Yes.
Leakages.
Mhm.
That when we are selling goods and services to the other nation,
Yeah.
then we are getting money out of the system, out from the system, and that will be
Yes.
included in the national income. And the people
Yes.
will be having more purchasing power,
Yeah.
and the purchasing power will increase the demand.
Mhm. Yeah.
Purchasing power will increase the demand, and that demand will create the firms to produce more
Yeah.
in goods and services,
Mhm.
leads to more employment.
Mm.
But only
Yeah.
purchasing
That makes
from one
sense.
nation, but only selling goods to the other nation will make the other nation to be weak,
Okay. Yeah.
because they will be just giving the money. Then that
Yeah.
will be a problem,
Mhm.
and they have to make it up.
Yeah.
So they will produce goods and services again,
Yeah.
so that they could sell to the other countries. That is a major problem of underdeveloped countries,
Okay.
because they do not have the resources, they do not
Mhm.
have the machines, or they do not have the technology to sell the goods and services to the developed nations.
Mm. Yeah.
They will be
That makes
just
sense.
buying goods and services. They will be just buying goods and services from the other nation.
Okay.
Now, what they can give? They can give the raw material,
Mm.
but raw material is always cheaper than the produced goods, as you know very well.
Yeah.
Because when the raw goods are there, they're very cheap.
Right. Yeah.
Like potato chips.
Yeah.
Potato, when you buy, it may be equal to half a pound for 1 kg.
Yeah.
When the chips are produced,
Mhm.
1 kg potato becomes of maybe for 5 pounds
Yeah.
or 10 pounds for 1 kg.
Yeah.
Because whatever the potato wafer packet that you purchase, it
Mhm.
will not be having a potato chips for more than 100 grams.
Yeah.
And it may be costing you 1 pound.
Mhm.
And when you buy 10 packets, that means you're giving 10 pounds for 1 kg.
Okay.
Got it? That means produced goods is
Yeah.
so costly
Yeah.
that the poor people or the poor countries will not be able to make it up.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yes.
And that is a major problem of the developing and the underdeveloped country.
Confusing.
But still they try to make it up and produce more and more raw material in the goods. Our country, like my
Yeah.
country, India, has a major problem like this. We buy iPhones and other phones from your country.
Yeah.
And the major country, the developed countries, are counted in this nation as UK, US,
Yeah.
Russia, and China, etc.
Mhm.
Because they are producing more and more goods and services and selling it to other nations.
Yeah.
And our countries are just purchasing, not selling that
Not
much.
selling. Yeah. Mhm.
India is trying to produce more goods and services by producing more goods and services through a better technology.
Okay.
The
Yeah.
problem is the technology is not there in India
No.
and the developing and the underdeveloped countries.
Yeah.
You know, there are two kinds of goods. Goods are of two kinds. One is household goods
Yeah.
and the other are the capital goods. Household goods are like refrigerator, TV, AC, etc.
Yeah.
Also the milk and the vegetables also. These are all
Yeah.
household goods. You know what is capital goods? Capital goods from the two angles we can say capital goods.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Household capital goods. These are
Okay.
generally consumption goods. Consumption. And the capital goods from the point of view of the firm
Okay.
or the industry.
Mm-hmm.
When we talk about capital goods from the household, these
Yes.
are those goods which are used over a period of time. Over a
Okay.
longer period of time, you can say like refrigerator,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
TV, washing machine, etc.
Mm-hmm.
But firms that are purchasing capital goods,
Yeah.
these capital goods are those goods which are used for making further production.
Okay.
That means those machines which are producing more goods.
Mortgage. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, from the firm point of view, capital goods are those goods which are used for making further production.
Okay.
Suppose I have to make this mouse,
Yeah.
then whatever the machine I will be using, that is a capital
Mm-hmm.
good for producing
Okay.
this thing.
Mm-hmm.
That means those machines which are used for further production of the goods and services, those are known as capital goods. The
Okay.
major problem of developing and underdeveloped countries is this, that we do not have the technology to produce those machines which are make goods.
Good. Yeah.
I give you a real life example.
Mm-hmm.
You know, India, in India, there is a company, Maruti Suzuki. You know the name?
Yes. I've heard of it.
Why its name is Maruti Suzuki? Maruti is an Indian company
Yeah.
and Suzuki is a Japanese company. There is a collaboration.
Yeah.
Think once, why we have a collaboration with Suzuki? Can't we make the cars on our own?
Mm.
If we are producing in India, we
Yeah.
may come to the whole technology.
Mm-hmm.
We
Yeah.
have known to each and every technology. So
Yeah.
we can produce a car on our own.
Mm-hmm.
Why we are taking the name of the Suzuki and giving them the money? You know what is the reason?
For their resources.
What kind of resources? Like aluminium, we have
Yeah.
there in our country. Like
Mm.
iron, we have there in our country. What we are taking from them, you know, not even a single company in India,
The technology.
except Tata, except
Yeah.
Tata, doesn't know the technology of producing gearbox.
Oh.
We do not know how to produce gearbox.
Gearbox. Mm.
And gearbox is a most important part
Important.
of the
Yeah.
car vehicle.
Yeah.
And that gearbox is produced by Suzuki.
Suzuki. Mm.
And Suzuki gives it to Maruti, but they do not give the technology.
No. Okay. They only apply with gearboxes.
They supply gearboxes.
Mm-hmm.
Even if we open it, we do not know how to produce it because so much complexity is there.
Mm-hmm.
Only one company is there in India, that is Tata,
Yeah.
because they have purchased the Land Rover
Yeah.
and two other companies, Jaguar and Land Rover, they have
Jaguar,
purchased
Land
in
Rover.
2000, back in 2008.
Yeah.
And they know the technology, that's why they are producing gearbox on their own.
Yeah.
But in Tata Nano, they cannot use the same technology. That's why it is lagging behind.
Okay.
And that is a major problem of Indian vehicles.
Mm.
That's why we have a collaboration. For example,
Okay.
another example, the simplest example that you can see,
Mm.
Coca-Cola. Coke.
Mm.
Coke is another company. Can't we
Yeah.
produce the Coke on our own? No, I can't produce because the taste and the flavor,
It was not the same.
the ingredient that they put, they only know. Who
Yeah.
knows? The owner of the company.
Yeah.
They just give the ready-made material to the Indian company, just put it into the bottles and put some water and gas, etc., and sell it.
Mm.
But what the ingredient they are providing, nobody knows.
Mm.
Even the owner of the company doesn't know. You know that?
Mm. Mm.
The owner of the company doesn't know because two different people are giving two different raw materials and we are just mixing them in a new materials form that is given to the
Oh,
company.
okay. Yeah.
And both are not disclosing to each other
No. Mm.
what I am putting. And that's why the taste is there.
Yeah. Mm.
That is why it is always said whenever you start a firm,
Mm.
always keep the main secret formula of the company in your head.
Yeah.
Never give it to employees or anybody else.
Mm. Yeah.
And that will be the thing that will be producing the money to you.
Yeah.
Once the formula is out from your hands,
It's a.
you are finished. You
Yeah.
are finished.
Mm.
That's why Suzuki is alive.
Yeah.
That's why Coke is alive. Always try to develop few new things on your own. Like you may be running a house, you may be running a restaurant,
Yeah. Mm.
and the taste of your restaurant is very good.
Yeah.
Don't tell anybody what ingredients you are using.
Yeah.
Whether you're using Indian masala or Chinese masala or Thai masala,
Mm.
whatever
Yeah.
you may have bought from somewhere else, but don't disclose it.
Yeah.
You may be buying three different masalas
Mm.
from three different countries like India,
Yeah.
China, and Thai and Singapore, and you're just mixing them, messing up,
Yeah.
and then producing something, but don't give it to anybody.
Mm.
And that is the major problem. So, what is the problem of a developing and underdeveloped country? They do not produce capital goods,
Capital goods.
and that capital good, which is used for producing other goods and services, that is missing.
Okay.
We produce only raw material. Now India is learning, as India is a new country, because वैसे तो it is an ancient country, but
Yeah.
in our sense it is a new country because it has just got freedom from the Britishers in
Yeah.
back in 1947. It is just 75 years because they never tried India to grow its own their own.
Yeah.
If you can see, whatever the phone, even iPhone that we get in
Yeah.
India,
Mm.
it is always firstly launched in US and UK and other countries.
Yeah.
When it is 4 to 5 months old,
Mm.
then it comes to India.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
That means we always get the new instruments and the new machines after being sold away by the
Yeah.
developed countries.
Developed
Like,
countries.
for example, the best example for this is, there is a machine of Canon, a company
Yeah. Mhm.
which produces photocopier.
Yeah.
Nobody in India ever bought, I think so. Maybe a
Mhm.
few companies may have ever bought
Yeah.
new machines. New Canon machine is never bought by any Indian company. Any Indian company.
Oh, I know.
Any Indian company never bought a new Canon machine. Because in India, we only get the scrap from your country. Your country or US and UK and the other countries.
Yeah.
And these are machines are refurbished,
Mm.
then sold in Indian
Refurbished.
markets. And everybody buys those machines. Even in
Yeah.
bigger company,
Yeah.
just buying a bigger company is just buying a second-hand machine, photocopier.
Yeah.
That is a major trouble
Yeah.
because I can give you hundreds of examples.
Mm.
India never bought its own ship in India till date.
Oh.
Ship.
Ship, yeah.
Simplest thing. India has made the first ever ship in India just now 1 month back. It is not 1 month
Oh,
back. It is just 15 to 20 days back.
oh,
It is
is
known
it?
as Vikra. It is known as Vikranta. That's
Mm.
why there was lots and lots of news about Vikranta. India has made its first ever ship in India in the Modi rule. That is Vikranta.
Mm.
That's why it was so much in news.
Yeah.
You know, India has never made its own plane,
Mm.
aeroplane. We always buy it from the other countries.
Yeah.
India has never made its gearbox.
Yeah.
Like that, there are hundreds of things because the technology is not known to India. Got it?
Mm. Yeah.
Sometimes we may be producing machines, but the actual inner machine,
Yeah.
the parts used in it are not
Mhm.
made in India.
Oh,
They are made in other countries, and we just buy it, just install it.
and so yeah. Mm.
If the plane is there, then the gearbox of the plane, for example,
Yeah.
we are buying it from other country and just installing it. We are assembling it. We're not
Assembly, yeah.
producing. We are
Assembling it.
assembling. And that is a major problem in India because we
Yeah.
do not have capital goods company.
Yeah.
Got it?
Yeah.
So you got the
Understand.
paradox of fixed, etc., everything.
Ah, yes.
This is now how many sectors are there in the economy? Household sector number one.
Yeah. The
Household sector number one. Firm sector number two. Banking sector number three. But we don't count
Yeah.
banking as a separate sector. We count government as a separate sector. Government.
Okay.
Then the fourth one is another country, that is abroad.
Abroad, yeah. Foreign sector.
So there are four sectors in the economy which are working, through which the money is coming in and going out, coming in, going out, coming in, going out. And that circular flow of income leads to this type of circular flow that I told you earlier. A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E, and economy is just going on.
Okay.
And sometimes there occurs a mess, and that is savings. Savings leads to leakages.
Yeah.
And injection leads to more issues because the money is coming in into the country.
Yeah.
Everything has its own merits and demerits.
Okay.
You will think leakages is bad. Leakages is bad.
Yeah.
That is not always. You will think savings, you will think injections are good. Money is coming in and the flow will start in. That is not always.
No.
That's why in this book we are going to study so many new things.
Yes.
Like government is making its monetary policy.
Yeah.
Government is making its fiscal policy. You know what is monetary policy?
Its own policy to do with money. So its own
Money.
way of.
What kind of monetary policy is it? Can you tell me?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
As you know, today is a federal meeting of Fed in US. You know that? From the last few days, US market is falling. Why it is so? Why it is so? The US market is falling, and when the US market falls, every other country's market falls. You know what is the reason?
Is it because of the war?
It is because of
Ukraine? Because of
war is not an issue. War is not an issue. War is another on the other side. Forget about it.
Okay.
It is a reason of war. It is the because of war it is happening, but war is not the reason. That's why the market is falling. I tell you the reason.
Yeah.
Actually, whatever I'm teaching you, you have to keep so many things in your mind, and never try to read the books as we are studying. Always think that I'm going to learn something new about the economy,
Yeah.
and always be eager to know something new. If you're eager to know everything new, it will just go into the direct into your brain and you will never forget. But if you just try to do that, I'm doing a chapter, oh, I have to learn this, I have to do this topic and that topic, you will never come to know everything. Then you'll forget, because that will be a burden for you to learn.
Yeah.
Now understand. Fed is going to hike the interest rates. That is a major reason.
Oh.
What will happen? What will happen if the Fed is going to hike the interest rates? Interest rate, when hiked, the people, instead of putting the money into the business, will try to put the money into the savings, because the interest is a easy money.
Yeah.
Interest is a easy money.
Easy money,
Just put the money without doing any efforts, just sleep away. You
Yeah.
will get the interest. That will suck, the money is sucked away from the system,
Yeah.
and that will be leakages.
I
And the
understand,
people will not invest somewhere in the businesses.
Yeah.
Market starts falling.
Yeah.
Why? The money will be sucked out from the economy. And it will be also having another impact. It will be also having another impact. What kind of impact it will be? The firm, if the interest rate is hiked,
Yeah.
it will become tougher and a problem for the firms to borrow money from the
To
banks,
borrow money. Yeah.
because they will not be able to buy money, because then first have to take the money from the banks at a higher rate of interest.
Yeah.
Then the interest is hiked. That means their input cost is hiked.
Yeah.
Factor payment will be increased. And with the factor payment will increase, their cost of production will increase.
Yeah.
And the people are not ready to pay high prices.
Yeah.
Why the people will be ready to pay our high prices?
Yeah.
That means firms will shut down.
Mm.
Lower firms will not be, smaller firms will not be able to work into the system. They will be out, and there will be shortage of goods. There will be more unemployment. More unemployment means the people do not have the money,
Yeah.
because the unemployment leads to the lesser money in the people's hands. They will buy less goods and services. Less goods and services bought, the firm will again shut down.
Yeah.
And this process will again go on. Now it is a negative process that I taught you this time. A to B, B to C, C to D.
Yeah.
Suppose I never reached you,
Yeah.
whether you will be able to pay the payment to B,
Yeah.
the amount will be again outstanding. And you will be buying goods, but you are not able to pay because you don't have the money.
Yeah.
And it will create a mess in the whole economy.
Yeah.
That's why the market starts falling when the interest rate is high.
Yeah.
That is known as monetary policy.
Okay.
Got it? Got about the monetary policy? When the money is sucked out, when the money is sucked out from the industry or invested into the whole country, that is known as monetary policy. Sometimes the monetary policy of the government is so lenient that it is putting the money into the economy. Why? Why the whole world's stock market goes on rise when there was a corona period? What was the reason? The reason was the whole industry was shut down.
Shut down, yeah.
Though money was there, but the government invested the money into the country.
Yeah.
Because the money given free of to the people.
Yeah.
Like a pension given to them, as you know, unemployment allowance, etc. That was given free. That is the more money is flowing into the economy.
Yeah.
Like I given the money to A, like as I given to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Same example, always keep in mind, you will get every answer.
Yeah.
So government given the money to people and they will start circulating this income.
It's okay. Yeah.
And it will go on.
Yeah.
And the economy comes into a running state.
Yeah.
And now the people have their back savings. Also, new money is flowing into the country.
Yes.
What they will do? They will invest somewhere. Because the industry is not there, they will invest
No.
somewhere. Where to
Yeah.
invest? Stock market,
Yeah.
property, etc. It goes on rise.
Yeah.
Now, as that mess up period of Corona is going out
Mm.
of the system,
Yeah.
so government will withdraw the money from the system,
Yeah.
because when the most of the money was flowing into the market, there was more demand but no supply.
Yeah.
More demand, no supply.
That's
Inflation will
yeah.
rise up.
Yeah.
Inflation will increase. The firms will be getting more and more
Mm-hmm.
money because the
Yeah.
production is not there so much.
No.
Inflation will rise. Is it good for the people or bad?
No. It's bad.
Bad. So government doesn't want that the inflation should be there.
No.
When the inflation can be removed, when the people's money or purchasing
Money.
power is removed,
Yeah.
to remove the purchasing power, what the government should do? Government do both the policies, monetary policy and fiscal policy.
Okay.
Monetary policy means government is suck out the money from the system.
Mhm.
Fiscal policy is taxation policy.
Yeah.
Fiscal policy, the another name is taxation policy. Government will put more and more taxes on the people.
Yeah.
As I told you earlier, taxes are the leakages.
Mhm.
Taxes are the leakages, and
Yeah.
subsidies and pensions are the injections.
Yeah.
What the government will do? Government will give less subsidy,
Yeah.
less pension, but will try to put more and more taxes on the people, and the money is sucked out from the system. But government cannot do it overnight.
No.
If suddenly the government puts 20% taxes on people, there will be a mess in the country,
Yeah.
because every economy has its own political system.
Mm.
That political system will create a lots and lots of problem for them. The people will not vote for those people who are increasing taxes,
Mm.
because they always wants to come back into the power.
Yeah.
If they do those goods which are bad for the people will never vote.
Yeah.
That is a major problem. So you can understand how many problems are there before a running government to put taxes or heavy taxes or give the money or not to give the money. If
Yeah.
they give lots and lots of money into the market, the inflation will rise.
Yeah.
Inflation will rise, only again the sufferer will be the general public.
Mhm.
If the government put more and more taxes, then again will be the sufferer will be the,
Yeah.
to remove the inflation. What the government can do? Government could do taxes, but
Yeah.
again the sufferer will be the general public. So
Mhm.
government has to think so many things before doing anything. Before doing even a single step, it has to think twice or thrice or four times.
Yeah.
Because government intervention into the market may lead to inflation or deflation. More taxes means deflation,
Yeah.
and linear tax system means inflation.
Inflation. Yeah.
Linear monetary policy means inflation,
Mhm.
and tighter monetary policy means deflation.
Yeah.
So government has to make a balance in between the two,
Mhm.
so that the economy can run smoothly over a period of time.
Okay.
Not having more inflation, not having deflation, not having
Yeah.
deficit, not having surplus.
Yeah.
Got it? Okay.
Yes.
So in the
Yeah.
next class, we shall be going forward to this. Fine. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
But please go through all these things very carefully from the notes that we are
Okay.
preparing. Okay, fine. I'm just sending you within a second.
Okay.
Along with this, I'll send you just within a second. एक त्याती कर देता हूँ, so that just check it out.
Yes.
Okay, got it. Whether the sir also provides the notes immediately.
Uh, yes, he does.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Done. Okay, we
Yeah.
shall be
Yeah. Yeah.
meeting tomorrow, I think.
Yes, I think so.
Tomorrow at
Yes.
11:30
No.
IST.
Yes.
That means 1 hour before, right?
Huh.
Okay, Rajesh.
Yes.
Bye.
Okay.
Good night. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.